Yeah.
All right, all yours. Let's go and get more attention.
All right. Hi, my name is David Larson. Been a student here at Rock Valley for about 2-3 years now, and did my project on steganography, the art of hidden messages. You can give me right? Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Webster defines it as the art of the art or practice of concealing a message, image, or file within another image, message, image, or file. There's a rough Greek translation of it, which basically means hidden message. Digital sonography uses the least significant bit out of the byte. You guys know that. We did a whole section on it. The first examples of steganography came in 440 BC. There was an example of a gentleman that took a plank of board or a plank and wrote a hidden message in it and covered it in wax, and then was able to smuggle it to warn of an upcoming invasion. He was successful at that. This next slide, this is not an actual image of this slave back in the day, but there's a slave that shaved his head and then tattooed a message on it, grew his hair back out, and they sent him out, and of course, shaved his head, and then we were able to see that message. Now on to more modern times. The Nazis developed many stenography, or they did a lot of stenography practices. They developed microdots. This was helpful in developing microfilm. They also helped develop a lot of null ciphers and invisible ink. A lot of these things are being used in movies nowadays. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I skipped over this part. This is a null cipher. If you take the second word, or the second letter out of each word there, you come up with this phrase right here. Pershing sails from New York, June 1st. This is null cipher. There's other ways of doing this. You can take and punch holes in paper and line it up with like a certain book or newspaper or something like that, and it'll cipher it out. It's pretty simple. And like I said, movies have started taking into effect these stenography practices. And this is National Treasure. They are using the Declaration of Independence. There's supposedly a map on the back of it. Who knows if that's actually real or not. But they're using baking soda and lemon, and I think eventually they use heat to actually show the message. Right? The Nazis weren't the only one during World War II to develop steganography. We used kind of our own code. We used young Navajo men to develop like a crypto speech. It consisted of their Navajo native terms and military language. September 11th was an eye-opener for us in the form of digital sonography. Terrorists were using porn sites and other things to hide messages in. Yeah, Bin Laden's dead now, but they were thinking that they were mainly using online pornography sites to hide images. Amazon and eBay are other sites that there's the porn sites. They thought they were using Amazon, eBay to kind of put up images and just hide. I mean, because you couldn't really couldn't put those two pictures together because they would put their own original picture up there of a car they're trying to sell or something along that line. Same with Amazon. They did a study that Alqaeda might actually be using their own site to blatantly hide messages and images there. They did a scan on one of their websites approximately every hour, and even though the image was still visibly the same, it was changing. The digital mark on it was still changing somehow. So this could adapt to some type of more advanced type of stenography. If you take all those differences in ones and zeros over like an hour or so, this could lead up to a new message. Digital watermarks are available in several different forms. As we'll see in my next example, there are mainly visible and invisible watermarks. This image before, if you hadn't noticed, there is an actual watermark that is visible there. It's kind of hard to see. And then this is probably more of an example of like this hidden watermark in there. Very tiny to see. Oops. Now, everybody, we probably have our own, we all have a form of steganography probably on us right now. Is anybody familiar, or can anybody think of something that's on them right now that might have steganography in it? Driver license? Dollar bill. That was the one I was going to come up with, is the dollar bill. And if you take your dollar bill and you hold it up to the light, there is a watermark in there of the president's head. There's also a very small writing in there, right around there. It's very hard to see. Also, even the ink and paper that it's printed on, or the ink and paper that it's printed with, is type of steganography because it hides a message that, hey, I'm not counterfeit, I'm real, you know. Let's see what else we got going on here. Some future uses of steganography: microdots. On actually putting microdots on vehicles with VIN numbers and using them to kind of like combat against theft. Right, another use might be using Truecrypt with steganography. If you take and you put we all know that Truecrypt, it doesn't really have a file type. So if you take and put that into an image, it'd be very hard to kind of, with a program, to pick that out of there, because it's not, if you pull something out, it's not, you're not going to really know what it is. So it'd be kind of difficult to track it down. And even if you did pull it out of there, good luck decrypting it. One of my teachers, he told me that, let's see, oops, I like way too far. The only thing a lock does is keeps an anonymous person honest. Now with steganography, if you don't see the door, let alone the lock, you may not even know it's there. So that's pretty much what I got here. Anybody got any questions?
Or is anything out of the ordinary to your research you saw was kind of cool or something that's out there a little bit, anything like that you saw during your research?
Really, I mean, steganography is so vast. I mean, almost anything could be steganography. To the layout of the land, to you know, like Egyptians and stuff like that. You know, who knows if that's a mapping? You know, there's crop circles. Who knows if that's legit or not? But yeah, just the amount of steganography that's gone on through history is really what stood out to me.
Okay. Well, that's a good hand. Good job. All right. Well, guess what? That's it. Thursday, those of you who raised your hands earlier are presenting second round. And next week, everybody else. Questions on your research paper presentation. Research paper is due the night of your presentation in that week's folder. There is a place for you to put it. Also, the PDFs or the PowerPoints and the podcast will also be posted in that week's conference. And we are done. See everybody Thursday. If you have any questions, come and see me. This is your USB. Yes. I have that stuff.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I don't know.